You could have a Rav that knows halachas, and it's a shad that in smicha or in other things that hilchos kriyas sefer Torah in a shul are not part of these inyanim. It's basic halachas, at least the minimum of halachas in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Mechlal, to know a bissel about hilchos sefer Torah, a minion, a mistake. And you could have rabbanim people that make mistakes and befedishe clear halachas. Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Siman Chav Gimel K'tzaz דיני K'diyah Sefer Torah, a few halachas of Sefer Torah v'lamed sifim, and there are 30 sifim. Halacha Aleph Shemaitzin is the Sefer Torah. When you take out the Sefer Torah from the Aron, how do you go to the lבימה? You come out with the Sefer Torah, give it to the chazan. There's the Drum side of shul, there's the Tzfon side of shul. Drum is usually where the meneda is, closer to Drum, and there's Tzfon side. If it would be 770, the Tzfon side is the Kriya Shema sign on the wall, and the meneda is the Drum side. So you come out, you take the Sefer Torah, and you be malav the Torah to the Kriya Torah bima. It comes from the Aron, you go through Tzfon. When it goes back, it goes through Drum. So my is the Sefer Torah in the Aron. When you take out the Sefer Torah from the Aron HaKodesh, nice and you go to the Torah where you're going to reach a Kodim by Sham, where you're going to read there the Kriyas HaTorah. Nice and you did a Tzfon, truly yimין on the. You take it on Tzfon, which is on the right side of the person that's bringing the Sefer Torah to the Teiva, to the Bima. When you bring it back to the Aron HaKodesh, nice derech Darim. You take it on the Darim side back to the Aron Kodesh. Tzrichim lahachzik es Sefer Torah b'yad yamין. The Sefer Torah, you hold it the whole time in the right hand. Mitzvah al kol echad shesefer Torah iver lefanav sheyilavo yisei ad sheyagia el hateva. That any person that the Torah passes him, there's a mitzvah that he's malav the Sefer Torah till it gets to the Aron. The Rebbe's minig is to at least look at the Aron and the Sefer Torah, the kol zman, the Torah, till it gets back into the Aron, to keep the eyes looking at the Torah all the way till it gets back into the Aron. The idea of being malav the Sefer Torah is a mitzvah. Halacha beis. Ha'ila, the person that goes up la Torah, yesh la disa'at bציצית metalis mitzuyetis. Person that goes up to the Sefer Torah, he has the idea of going up, even if he's not davening with a minion, to put on a talis, and the whole din of making a bracha or not. We said it earlier in the Chasidus in סימן ועולה בדרך קצרה לוי ויורד דרך ארוכה. And b'chlal, this is a general klal. A person that goes up to the Sefer Torah, he goes up the way it is shorter to him to get to the Torah, to the bima, and when he goes out, when he goes away from the aliyah, derech aruka, he makes a round around the bima. He goes around. He doesn't just walk straight off the same one he came, or whatever it is. He goes from whichever way it is. He makes a yabima, he makes a kofa around the bima to go back to his place. Yesh shnei hadrachim, and he says over here, shnei hadrachim שווי, עולה דרך ימין ויורד דרך שמאל. If the right side and the left side that he came up and he goes down is the same, it's not longer or shorter, so memela, he comes up with the right on the right, comes up to the beam on the right side. When he goes away from the Sefer Torah, he goes down on the left side. He doesn't go away right away. He goes down. The minig is, he says, to wait that until the Ole Acharav, the person that they call up after him, says the brachas, and then he stays there for the aliyah, and he goes away after the gavra, after the next bein gavra the gavra, between aliyahs. So b'derech klal, the person goes up, he gets aliyah. The minig is to stay there. They called up another person. You stay on the side of the bima. He makes the brachas. He says the aliyahs. He gets his aliyah after the person that was after him got his aliyah. Between the aliyahs, he could go back to his place. Halacha gimel. We open up the Sefer Torah. Person, there's the Gabbai or the Balkeda, they open up and they read, they look inside, they see where are they going to read the Sefer Torah. So then they take, if he's married, he has the talus, or if it's a baruch, he has the gartel from the Sefer Torah. He kisses. If it's before the aliyah, when you go up, it's the front. It's the first words, the last words, and back to the first words. So it's first words, last words, and then again back to the first words. That's in the beginning of the bracha. The end of the bracha, it's from where you finished, front, back. I hope that's understood. And they look, they see exactly where they're going to read. And then he kisses, and then he says, you close your eyes. Here doesn't say, but there's this idea also that he puts his head a shtickle to the right side. He bends his head a little, and he closes his eyes, and he says, Baruch Hashem HaMaveirach. He says, Baruch Hashem HaMaveirach. He's supposed to say it out loud, that the whole kahal should hear him saying, Baruch Hu. And the kahal answers, Baruch Havaya HaMaveirach Lenavad. This is what they answer back, Baruch Hashem HaMaveirach Lenavad. If the kahal doesn't hear the person getting the aliyah, they only hear the chazan or the gaba. According to the Shulchan Aruch, if the person that's getting the aliyah doesn't say it loud enough that the kahal hears him, they only answer amin after the bracha. However, if 9 people heard the person saying Baruch Hu, even if the whole shul didn't hear, the whole entire call could answer together Baruch Hashem, even if they didn't hear the actual person saying the bracha. But there's at least 9 people that did hear the person that's getting the aliyah say the bracha, and they can answer with the call. And then after the call says that he answers back, Baruch Hashem HaMaveirach L'olam Vod. V'ayin L'el Siman Tezvav Sivches. Mevarech HaBracha Asher Bachar Banu. And then when he says the bracha of Asher Bachar Banu, we call Amin. V'ayin Akol Amin. And then the call answers after him. Amin Salik Es Yodei Asmolis V'eiches Es HaSefer Torah B'Shas HaKriya Rak B'Yaminoi. The person, he takes away his left hand because he's holding both hands on the Sefer Torah B'Shas making the bracha. He lets go of the Eitz Chaim with his left hand, and he's standing there just with his right hand holding the Eitz Chaim while he gets the aliyah. The koide reads, and he reads it with him. Belachash, belachash, belachash. You have sometimes that the guy that's getting aliyah is reading together with the Baal Koide, and his lachash is louder than the Baal Koide, and it mixes up people around or whatever it is. And this is bevade in a situation where you could read together with the Baal Koide. So there's this idea of lachash quietly whispering. And even the whispering shouldn't be like a sizzling sound, like he's frying something in a pan. It has to be, even that it's that he's reading together in the right way. And the Baal Koide shouldn't start till the call answers Amen. That the whole call has to have in mind to be mechavin. Very, very good to hear the Kriyas HaTorah. After the Kriya, the Oila goes back, he puts his hand together, the right and the left, and he puts it together, and then he makes the bracha of the Torah. Halacha Dalid. Also, la'eiches es ha-sefer Torah ba'atzmi arim elo yechazeh al-yidei atalos oy yechazenu ba'mudo. Touching the actual cloth of the sefer Torah, not mitzad the Musar or the other inyanim that it's explained. Pashit, it's not mechubadik. We don't touch a sefer Torah. The lashon is arim, anaket the sefer Torah. The Eitz Chaim, or with the talis, or with the gartel, is mutter to touch the sefer Torah. Otherwise, the actual sefer Torah should not be touched. And then he brings that there's a chumrah of people that even the Eitz Chaim, when they make the bracha, they're holding it with the talis. Yesh ma'achminim shagam ba'amudim ein eichas in arim el alidei talis, which is a good minig, a chumrah. When they roll back the sefer Torah, they take the sides of the talis and they hold it and they make the bracha, instead of touching the Sefer Torah, they don't touch the Torah, knock it to hate. Halacha hey ha'ole, the person that's getting the aliyah, v'gam ha'kedah, and also the Baal kedah. Tzrichim la'amoy, they stand. Afilu rak lismeich al shum davar asur, mishum the tzrich alamed be'ema. It's forbidden. It is also to lean on anything, even a little bit. This whole idea of standing be'ema with fear in front of the Eibishter, shame. Shenitna Torah be'ema, the same way the Torah was given in awe, in fear. Kach anu tzrichim linig be'ema, same as we need to be misnaheg with the Sefer Torah, with fear, with ema to the king, to the melech. If a person is weak, he's allowed to lean on a kolduhu, even a kolduhu is a pistol, a drop. So if it's needed, so he's allowed to lean on something, whatever it may be. It's not also for a person that can't. If he has a stekin, a cane, or on the lebima, whatever it is. This is a klal. He says that baruch hu is a baruch hu. Like anytime you say baruch hu, that the whole call has to answer and they have to stand while they're there. But when they say the bracha asher bachar banu, and also b'shas the kriyas haTorah itself, b'shas bracha achroina, and the bracha which is after the kriyas haTorah, ein chiyuv sheyamda kol, there is no chiyuv that the kohol has to stand. There is no chiyuv. Ella hamedaktikin b'mitzvahs. The people that have this idea that they're being precise, they try to be careful in all mitzvahs. Machmirin al atzmon v'imdim, they're machmir on themselves to stand. Kozman, the kriyas haTorah and the brachas. And this is the right thing. However, bein gavra legavra, there is no idea of chumra b'chlal. I've been gavra legavra in lachmer klal. You don't have to be machmir on yourself. You're allowed to sit down. Halacha zayin. If the kaira is the one that's also getting the aliyah, there's this idea that somebody should stand next to the kaira. It should be as if there's another person getting an aliyah. It should look like there's another person getting aliyah, even though the kaira is getting the aliyah himself. There should be another person standing next to the kaira. There's this idea of a middleman. The Torah, the Eibishter gave it through Moshe, so here it has to look like there's a sirsur, another person giving the Torah. There's a third person, or Bechlal, the Am Segula. There's on both sides of the lebima and the Baal Kaida, but there's another person standing next to the Baal Kaida. The Torah was, the Eibishter gave it through Moshe as sirsur. A metavich, a middleman. It's always good that there should be at least 4 people around the lebima. The Baal Kaida, the person getting the aliyah, and even if the Baal Kaida is getting the aliyah, somebody should stand next to him, and one person on each side of the lebima, which is the shape of a segel, am segula, the 3 nukodes. Halacha ches kevon shehizchel hakoyre likreis osur l'chol hakol daber afilu v'divrei Torah afilu ben gavra legavra. From the beginning of Kriyas HaTorah, it is also forbidden to speak, even in Divrei Torah. Wow. Also, Lotzeis, Bebeis HaKnesses, B'sha'as HaKoyim HaTorah, and it is also forbidden to leave the shul, B'sha'as Kriyas HaTorah. Avu ben Gavra leGavra, Shesefer HaTorah, M'gul Yochel Lotzeis LeTorah Gadol. He says over here, between the Gavra leGavra, between Aliyah to Aliyah, Shesefer HaTorah, it's the idea that the Torah, you turn the Torah, you turn it like when a person makes the bracha. Of course, the Torah inside covered, you cover it, and then there's this idea that a person, if he has to do the Torah gadol, he's allowed to go out if it's needed, if it's important. Ad kan halacha ches.